What's going on, everybody? Y'all know what it is. A new week, another new episodes coming to y'all. This week, started off today. Um, Great week of football. Probably like one of the biggest weekends ever in college football.
Yeah, with the new playoff format,
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly with the new playoff format. Got the third Saturday in October. Rivalry going on with Bama and Tennessee. We'll get into that later. Also talk about Sunday Night Football. WNBA Finals happened last night too. We'll talk about that. Um, what else we get into today, Harry?
Getting a little Deshaun Watson talk at the end of the episode. And bringing back a classic. Who's been beasting? Excited to get that back into the rotation.
Yeah, it's been a little minute since we've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so episode 17.
it's here.
17, big news. 17. Sunday Night Football. Devontae Adams, what number does he wear?
17.
Exactly. See how it all loops around. Devontae Adams makes his big debut in New York.
Yeah.
Comes up short.
Yeah.
Terrible. He was all right. He had like 30 yards. Not all right for his standards, but first game, whatever. Story of the night, I thought, was Russell Wilson.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely Russell Wilson.
Made us eat crow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely story of the night. Steelers offense put up 37 points. The most amount of points they put up in 3 years. Last time they did it was in 2021 against the LA Chargers. And, I mean, I hate to say it because I don't like being wrong, Carrie. I don't know about you, but
I hate being wrong.
I don't like being wrong. And Russell Wilson proved us wrong. Because I think last week when the news came out that he was going to be starting, me and you said, like, this is a mistake. At least I know for sure. I was like, oh, this is a mistake. I think Justin brings more to the offense. But there's a reason why Mike Tomlin gets paid the big bucks, as he said. As he said in his press conference, there's a reason why he's well compensated. And it looked like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
It looked like he knew what decision he was making. I mean, Russ was 16 of 29, 264 yards, 3 for 2 tuds, 55% completion percentage.
Kept it clean.
Yeah, no turnovers. They look good.
Yeah, I can see why they asked Mike Tomlin, who's starting. He didn't want to say anything, but when they asked George Pickens, he was overcome with joy.
Yeah.
He couldn't help but leak the information. And, yeah, George Pickens, probably his best game of the year.
Yeah.
I assume it has to be. Over 100 yards, touchdown. He was beasting. He played great. And I can see there's photos of him looking all happy with Russell Wilson on the sideline. I can definitely see why he was excited to have Russell Wilson at quarterback.
For sure. Yeah. I mean,
He's much more receiver-friendly than Fields, I believe.
yeah. And, I mean, we saw the deep ball come into play a lot last night. I felt like they took a lot more shots down the field. I mean, that's Russ's specialty. That was always his thing in Seattle. Yeah. And, I mean, yeah, he started off the game poor, though.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he started off the game poor, and I was like, it happened again.
Yeah.
I'm right again. But no, he turned it on in the second half, and towards it, not even before the second half, I think, midway through the second quarter, I feel like he started to pick it up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, George Pickens went for five receptions, 111 yards, and a touchdown, and the offense just looked a little bit more fluid. But I will say, though, my one thing is I don't think it's Russ making everybody else look good. I just think the offense, this is one of the best games the Steelers offense has played all year, if you get what I'm saying.
But I feel like that has to be because of Russ.
You think
Not
so?
like all of it, obviously. You would think the run game would be worse because of him coming into the fields. But the passing game, I think that has to be accredited to him.
Fair.
And the way he, like George Pickens, for example, he can just go up and get it. You put the ball in his vicinity,
Yeah.
and he's a much better chance than most receivers to come down with it. I don't know. I see what you're saying. Everyone else kind of stepped up. But that might just be because you get a new quarterback. That can, energize the team. Say this team's we don't know what's going on in the locker room. If they're more behind Russ, then, maybe that's what brought more out of them. I'm not sure exactly, and we're not behind those doors. But there has to be some correlation to the quarterback changing, and you score your most points in 3 years. I think it's a pretty solid
I feel like they have to be related.
It has to be.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I feel like, I don't know, because I see, Najee had 21 carries for 102 yards. That's 5 yards a carry.
It is.
And I feel like that's the best the Steelers offensive line has done run blocking all year. And I don't know, maybe that is to your point that just Russ just being in there, not thrust into the starting position, but Russ being the starter now. Maybe that's just they just got guys playing better. But I don't know. I feel like just watching the game and just looking at the stat sheet too. I just feel like this is probably I think it's a coincidence. More of a coincidence that Russ's first game starting is also just happened to be that
So you think if Fields plays, they'd also score 37?
I think Justin Fields could have put up 37 points.
I feel like we haven't seen that at all this year. Pittsburgh
But
offense behind him.
Bro, they were getting five yards a carry, bro. And then I feel like Fields could have added more to the run game too. Maybe not. Probably wouldn't have been that many deep shots, but the Jets gave him short field too a couple times.
Yeah, but he still had the 260 passing yards. I don't think you get that from Fields.
You don't think?
I think this is you saying you don't like to be wrong. So this is you trying to fight as much as you can, saying like, oh, well, it's not actually because of Russ, like all that.
No, I give Russ credit. He played well.
But you said I give Russ credit. In the next 5 minutes of you talking, we're just you saying like, well, they rushed for 100 yards and all this other stuff, which I agree. I know what you're saying. I hear your point. I feel like you're just trying not to give Russ as much credit, and I feel like he does deserve a lot. Like he's going against a good secondary in New York. And
they were missing. They were out DJ Reed.
Yeah, but Sauce Gardner's still great.
That's it. That's all who was out there.
Their safeties aren't any good.
I mean, I feel like when you say great secondary of the Jets, you mainly just mean like DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner.
Yeah,
it was just Sauce that was out there. I mean, and George Pickens still had a great game.
And you're still trying to discredit him.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm just stating facts.
I know. I just feel like you want to do everything you can to like reel back. I'm not saying Russell Wilson's going to win MVP, but I thought he looked really damn good out there.
No, he did look good out there.
But you saying Fields could have done the same thing.
He played well. Not through the air. I don't think Fields could have done the same thing through the air. But I feel like, I just feel like it like, I don't know. Maybe I am being a little stubborn here, and just saying that it's not a coincidence. Maybe that's what I should be saying, but I don't know. Like I feel like I just want to see it happen again. Cause like let's be real. Like we've seen Russ look decent, and we also see bad Russ.
Yeah.
I just want to I feel like we shouldn't be getting all up in arms and just saying like, oh, like Steelers' offense is so much better with Russ, when we only seen it like happen one time.
That's fair.
And my bad. And, like
all you.
I feel like the block field goal.
Yeah.
That helped. That played a part.
Yeah.
Keeping the Jets off the field. And then like the defense just playing well and forcing turnovers, like
causing havoc.
They just like they played a complete game.
Yeah, played full 60 minutes.
Yeah, they played really well.
Another thing is the Jets have a really bad run defense.
Yeah.
So I don't think it really mattered. The quarterback didn't affect the running game at all.
Yeah.
I think no matter I could understand that we could have handed it off, could have got 5 yards of carry because we've seen that all year with the Jets.
Yeah.
They get killed by Ray Davis last week. They get killed week 1. It was Jordan Mason was running all over them.
Right.
Those are the ones that I remember off the top of my head. But yeah, the Jets' rushing defense has been a struggle all year. So it's not really that surprising now as you get going against them.
Yeah.
There's the passing attack. I know DJ Reed was out, but I still thought Wilson was getting it done in the air. It's Russie.
Yeah.
Let Russie air it out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean his specialty is the deep ball, and they utilize that, and it worked for the most part last night. I mean, it did. I'd be lying to say connecting on a deep pass doesn't help your offense, energize your offense at all. Like, I mean that
on a home Sunday night game too.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it gets you 30. One play gets you 30 yards.
Yeah.
Like you flip field position too. That's the word I was looking for. You flip field position with that too. So
that was the good from last night.
Yeah.
Let's get to the bad.
Yeah.
The bad wears green.
Ooh.
The bad's been bad all year.
Ooh.
Topic of discussion always is the New York Jets.
Ooh.
Rodgers looked old again.
Very old.
Looks just discombobulated out there. Just like he looks like a ghost. As you can see, his eyes all rattled. And Devontae Adams didn't make the immediate impact they were hoping he'd make.
No.
Quiet night on offense. Garrett Wilson, one of the worst drops of the year. A game-changing drop. Generational drop, actually.
Generational.
It is. It's a generational drop. It's a once-in-a-lifetime, like, there's something seriously wrong with you. It's a Jets drop. Like, the Jets have the butt fumble. The Jets do all these stupid things.
Yeah.
And this is nice. It's one of their better players. Like, and they were saying on the broadcast that someone believes, like, I don't know if there's a receivers coach. Someone believes that Garrett Wilson's going to be a Hall of Famer. It was a Hall of Fame drop last night. He gets Aaron Rodgers, one of his only good throws of the night, puts it on him. Perfect pass. And he plays hot potato with it, and he just begging Pittsburgh to pick it off. Tips it right up to the defense.
Yeah, who picked it up? Was it Beanie?
It was Beanie. I know that's his first name.
His first name is
Beanie Bishop?
Yeah, Beanie Bishop.
Yeah, 2 interceptions last night.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the best player from Devontae Adams was hunting him down, tackling him, getting him at the 1-yard line. I know they scored, but, I mean, I like to see the hustle out of Devontae.
Super.
For a guy, a man with a bad hamstring who couldn't play in 3 weeks.
Yeah, wow. Yeah,
he looked great on that
yeah,
tackle.
exactly. Did a 3-yard long jump there.
Exactly. So, yeah, Garrett Wilson, you got to look in the mirror. You got to get rid of the sleeves. I don't know if number 5 was the right move. Maybe, like, I know now Devontae has 17, but he looked like a different player with those stupid Aaron Rodgers sleeves.
Yeah.
Just awful looking. Yeah, and he's been just very disappointing game from him last night because everyone's like, oh my God, you have so much more room because now Devontae Adams is there. Catch the ball. It's your job. You're a receiver.
Is their season over? I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna go on my spiel.
Is the season over? No.
No.
I don't know. They have to beat Miami twice. They have to beat the Patriots again. We did play the Jets.
Yeah.
Lost on Thursday night. They got to get 3 wins there. I know 2 is coming back, so it's going to be harder said than done now. But I don't know. There's 7 teams in the playoff. They could sneak into the 7th seed, but it won't mean anything.
Yeah.
Like, their season's over. Like, do I think they can win a Super Bowl? And that way, yeah, it's over. It was over week 1.
Yeah.
But
I think that was very apparent week 1. But yeah, man, Harry, hurts my heart. Just hurts my heart seeing my man A-Rod just go out there and
disheveled.
Look like a shell of himself. It's like it's sickening almost. And you know, he does look old. And it's like every time I see him play, I'm like, dang, like I think he should retire.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, this season's gonna be remembered of his career. Like A-Rod when he retires is gonna be like I feel like he's gonna get bashed a little bit when he retires.
He needs to get bailed out by TikTok edits of him in Green Bay.
From the back half of his career, like, because we think about all the playoff appearances and one Super Bowl win, and then we just think about this season. We're gonna think about this season with the Jets, and it's like he doesn't look good.
No,
he looks really old, and he can't. Like he's just a statue in the pocket, and the Jets' defense, I feel like, isn't good enough to overcome their offense. And
not at all.
Their offense, like, I feel like their defense is expecting their offense to put up more than 15 points a game, or 15 in this game, and it's tough. I mean, Breece Hall, little sprinkles here and there. Actually was their leading receiver. He had over 100 yards receiving. It's just like it's just a struggle. Solid was obviously not the problem. I mean, we knew that. Me and you knew that.
Yeah.
But it's very apparent now. It's just I don't. Like the Jets are a 2-5 team.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense why they're 2-5. They suck.
Yeah. Breece Hall looked good.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I mean,
I'm saying that one little nice thing. I thought Breece Hall looked good.
Yeah, he's been the only one that has looked good consistently.
Yeah, because Wilson's wicked hit or miss. Rodgers mostly miss.
Yeah, that's
O-line.
Garrett Wilson, man. I mean, that's bad.
Tragedy.
It's looking like
generational.
It's looking real bad.
It is.
Like, cause I mean, he was supposed to be that guy.
Yeah.
But now he's supposed to be like a really solid number 2. He's supposed to be like a number 2 that really could be a number 1, like a T. Higgins. Yeah. Like a T. Higgins in Cincinnati.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah, and Devontae Smith in Philly.
Smitty's love for a second.
Yeah, and he's not looking like that at all. He's not playing well at all. He's got to turn around, and I don't know if the Jets can turn around. Aaron Rodgers had another 2 interceptions again. Like you can't. That's one thing they can't do. They can't continue to turn the ball over.
That's the one way that they'll lose. Every game they lose a turnover battle, they'll lose.
Yeah,
100%.
By 2 scores.
Exactly.
Because they just can't keep up with it.
Not at all.
They can't overcome that, and it's just a bad football team.
Yeah, I think what I'm thinking of is like, back in the day, high school was so sick, and you had a fun time in your high school, like people reminiscing, and you got to remember those were the good days. But it doesn't mean years later, if you show up in high school, all your friends again from high school, you're gonna get arrested.
Yeah,
the games move by you, high schools move by you. Rodgers, Adams, Lazard, Hackett, all these guys think they're like walking back into the glory days.
The good old days.
It's not that anymore. It's over.
Yeah, it's like.
Over. You're all like not going to be the way it was. It's just very disappointing.
It's like the alumni coming back this weekend.
That's what I'm
saying. It was homecoming weekend. Coming back this weekend, thinking they can go on benders, 2-day benders. Dude, you're 30, bro. You got to go to work on Monday.
You got it.
It's time to hang it up.
Exactly.
It's time to hang it up.
Like people coming up to me like, you know anything about this? No.
No.
Do you know anything about like this?
I'm sorry,
no,
I
it's
don't.
a different generation.
No. It's new time.
It is. People got to move on.
Hang it up.
The Green Bay it's like this Packers team that they're trying to like rebuild was a losing team anyway.
Yeah.
They didn't win. Like, this Packers team, we got to get the gang back together. Why? Didn't work then, it's not going to work now. If you guys weren't winning in your absolute prime when Rodgers is the MVP, Devontae Adams is the best receiver in football, you really think it's going to work when he's a 40-year-old who just got out of a cabin for a week? Or Devontae Adams, who has a Taco Bell in his house? Or Alan Lizard. Sorry, I don't know why I took a shot at Alan Lazard.
Yo,
Alan Lazard's been fine.
Real quick, you know that Devontae was like staying with Aaron?
Yeah.
Before like the trade happened or whatever?
It's funny. I said that to my roommate. I'm like, I guarantee you he's living with him. They said
that's got to be tampering or something, right?
Before he was?
Before he was traded, I think. It was either before he was traded or like right after he got
It's
traded.
definitely right after.
Okay, right
Why
after.
the hell would he be living in New York with him playing in LA or in Oakland?
Vegas, but not
Oh yeah, Vegas. But he wouldn't be living with him.
like the week, not the week before, but like a couple days before he got traded. It might have been after he got
He
traded.
flew
Like
in.
right after, yeah, right after traded. Yeah.
But yeah, he's living with them now. Luckily for Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't have a wife or anything because last time a receiver stayed with the quarterback that I can remember is the Antonio Brown fiasco at Tom Brady's house, where Antonio Brown was basically just living with Tom Brady, saying he was banging his wife, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Didn't work. AB ran off shirtless. Actually, against the Jets.
Yeah. Funny enough.
Love how that works. But yeah, just terrible from the Jets. Great for the Steelers. Two teams going in different directions, it feels like.
Yeah, very different directions. And the Steelers are 5-2 now, and you're setting yourself up to, essentially compete in your division and catch a break if you do like split games in your division now.
Yeah, because the Ravens play tonight.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna release this on Tuesday, but we're recording on Monday, so the Ravens haven't played yet, so we don't know what happens.
Yeah.
But they got a big game against Tampa. But even if they win, they're still tied with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and then Pittsburgh's sitting nicely now, and the Jets, like you said, Harry, completely opposite side.
Yeah.
It's what the hell is going on?
And it's not even like a promising future either.
No.
Bleak.
No.
Unbelievably bleak.
It looks
actually.
bad. It looks bad. Does not look good in Jersey for either of the New York teams. Don't even get me started on the other one.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on the other one.
That was Sunday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night. Big college football game. Number 1, Texas Longhorns, led by Minister of Culture Matthew McConaughey, hosting the Georgia Bulldogs. UGA 11th, the UGA 11th, the Bulldog, the Live Bulldog.
Did he survive?
Yeah.
Did he stay away from Bevo?
He wasn't allowed to travel.
Oh, wow.
They didn't even let him come to Texas because he's immature and not ready for the flight yet. So he had to stay home. And you know what? I'm sure he wished he could be there because it was a Georgia ass kicking. Not a Carson Beck ass kicking.
BTA.
A Georgia defense ass kicking.
I'm so happy
Kirby Smart had his boys ready to go. That D-line, those linebackers, the whole defense, everyone gets kudos. They were playing like their hair's on fire because this is a crazy Texas crowd going up against not one 5-star quarterback, two, because they kicked Quinn Ewers out. Said, screw it, put Arch in. He looked good. Arch looked terrible. They said, damn, we're going back to Quinn Ewers. That's how good Georgia's defense was yesterday, or on Saturday.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was told by him right here, he says, Georgia's not going to beat Texas. And I said, I think they are. I think they are going to beat Texas. And we're standing here. Georgia wins by 50 in Texas. I'm smiling again.
50?
Huh? 15.
Oh. Sound like you said 50.
15. They won by 15.
Yeah.
Just another victory for me. I don't know how I keep doing this, but yeah. You were. You said
well,
Georgia.
Okay, time out.
I can
time
pull.
out,
I can get. I have
time out,
receipts on this show.
Time out. Yeah, I did say Texas was gonna win. Okay, but Quinn Ewers is coming off playing. What he missed? How many weeks of football? 3 weeks of football. Played against a horrible Oklahoma team. He didn't even look great against them. I mean, he's still coming back. He's still getting back to playing football.
Arch Manning's been playing. He looked great.
Can you let me get to Arch Manning?
Get to it.
Yeah, I'll get to Arch Manning. Just wasn't ready for the moment. The moment was too big for Arch Manning. He missed had a bad read as soon as he came into the game. Missed a wide open dig route that was coming in, a crosser to dig. He threw it to the crosser, and I think it was a good thing it got batted down because if it didn't get batted down, it would have got picked off. But Arch is obviously not ready for the moment. I think the main thing for me was that Georgia's D line, or both lines, is just superior. Was just way more superior for Texas, and then that Georgia defense is just super elite,
Vaunted.
very elite, and Malachi Starks and blanking on the other guys in that secondary.
You got Bolden. What's his name? Oh my God, the guy. He's the true freshman safety.
Yeah, the guy.
KJ Bolden.
Yeah.
KJ Bolden's great.
Dalen Everett is pretty good too.
Yeah.
He had a great game, but I mean.
The
Texas came back. Like Texas had a chance. They had a chance to cut this to a one-score game.
because of a rigged call.
How was that a rigged call?
That
was not PI.
It wasn't PI, but you shouldn't be able to trash the field to get a call reversed. I've never seen anything like that. And them overturning that,
They were making it right. But they did. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, real quick, pause. I know I'm trying to make my point here, but the NCAA just set themselves up.
Yep.
Because like now
Yes, they did.
they're just gonna trash the field every time.
Yep.
And now they're gonna expect a rule to get turned over. But back to my point, they made a call right. I mean,
Yeah.
that wasn't PI at all, and they got Texas back in the game, and then they got down to the in the 5, and I think that was probably like the worst place for them to be because they couldn't really pass the ball, and then you're not gonna be able to run the ball. They weren't able to run the ball against Georgia's defense. I think Georgia's defense showed that they're elite, and it's gonna be hard to score against these guys. And their offense just has to do just a little bit to win the game, to win games, because Carson Beck looked horrible.
But he was great on the put-away drive.
That's what game managers do, Harry. They show up, they manage the game, show up to the game, they manage it, they stink it up a little bit, but they play just right sometimes.
Yeah, ETN looked great.
Yeah.
I'm just so confused. You were telling me Texas is going to win this game, and I was in shock. I said, no way. Georgia's going to win this game.
Yeah, I believe Texas was going to win this game.
It was a foolish prediction.
But at that time, really? Was
Yeah.
it? No, it wasn't. No,
Yep.
it was not. No, it was
You
not.
can't.
Think
This
about
is
where
the Georgia
Texas.
Bulldogs. You
Stop,
can't hate
bro.
on the Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay, I'm not hating on the Georgia Bulldogs just because I picked against them.
You've been hating
Dude,
on them all year.
no, stop.
You
I've
said
been
they're not an
if
SEC contender. You said they don't win
if anything, I've been hating on Carson Beck all year, not Georgia Bulldogs, not the Georgia
Yes,
Bulldogs.
you said you don't think they're an SEC contender.
because of Carson
You
Beck.
said they were going to lose to Bama and Texas. You got one. You didn't get the other.
Yeah. Okay. 1 for 1.
But you said
That's 50%.
I went because we talked after the Bama Georgia game, and you were like, "I'm like, I still think they're going to be Texas. They're not going to lose both these games." You after that, that's crazy. You said I was crazy for thinking that. The Kirby Smart, he gets his guys rallied up, riled up. You see him in that third quarter in the interview. He looks like Darth like Sidious from Star Wars. He's nuts looking.
Bro,
The-
think about think about how
Michael Williams.
No. Think about how it looked at the time we made these predictions, right?
Yeah.
Texas was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan, although they're a bad team, their defense is not bad.
Yeah.
They beat the brakes off of Michigan. Then Georgia, it was more about Georgia than Texas, honestly, for me. Because Georgia looked horrible against Kentucky. They could have lost that game very easily. Then they won in Bama. They looked bad for a half, came back. They still lost the game. They didn't look great. So I'm thinking, okay, well, these guys aren't playing good football right now. At the time of the prediction, which was 2 to 3 weeks ahead of this game, Harry.
Yep.
Maybe if you would have made another prediction, like after the Red River rivalry, maybe I would have changed it a little bit.
I mean,
I still would have picked Texas.
I had the script.
I still would have picked Texas. But
Kirby Smart. The one thing is, it's one thing to lose to Alabama. The only team Georgia ever loses to is Alabama. They don't lose to anyone.
yeah, I mean,
I think they're 50-0 in their last games, not in Bama.
yeah, but I mean, Kirby's just gonna outcoach. I mean, he kind of outcoached.
Kirby's an animal.
Yeah, he kind of
He's a
outcoached
great coach.
DeBoer in the Bama game. But yeah,
You know, I'm just busting your balls. I know.
I was wrong. I was
I
wrong
was just
again.
busting your balls.
I was wrong again. You know, Harry just shoving it in my face, shoving his wins in my face.
I needed this
And-
for my boy Kirby Smart.
Yeah, nah, Kirby's a dog. Got his 100th win
He
Saturday
did.
night.
Leader of the dogs too.
Yeah,
They
he's-
get that defense. They have every year they get
they're
fired up.
bro. They play fast and physical, bro. They fly around. Just while you're watching like some of the highlights from the game, like they're just everywhere. They
Malachi Starks is
dog
first round pick, sensational.
book it.
Like he's been a first round pick since the first game he ever played in college against Oregon. Saw him made an interception his freshman year, true freshman year, first game. Yep, we'll see him on Sundays very soon. Yeah, that was the late game.
You know who you better not see on Sundays?
What do you want to see?
Carson Beck. Jesus, 3 interceptions, bro.
Yeah, just getting it done.
Golly,
It was an ETN type of game.
golly. You know this quarterback class is like quickly falling off.
It's Cam Ward and everyone else.
No, I say Cam and Shadur than everyone else.
Yeah, Shador's fine. I like
Yeah.
Shador. I'm a Shador guy. They look good. Colorado looks sneaky good.
Hey, they're coming.
Much better than last year. Much
Yep.
improved.
Yep.
And I know them losing that K-State game stinks.
Yeah, because that was a that
Oh,
was a winnable game.
Such
and that
a
would've
winnable
put
game.
That would have put them like right underneath. I think it would have put them right underneath Iowa State and BYU.
Yep.
I'm not sure if Iowa State and BYU play in the regular season, but
I still think Colorado can sneak out of here.
I feel like that Kansas State loss just makes it tough.
It makes it
Because
really tough.
because Iowa State was lost, which
Yeah,
would have helped
to
to
UCF.
UCF, and that's a conference game.
And you know who kicked UCF's ass? Colorado did.
But that's the thing though. Like I don't know, they have to play one of the two, right? In the regular season, Colorado.
I hope for their sake they do.
They need to.
Or they need those two to play each other.
Yeah.
Someone needs to knock
That's
off
what I'm
some-
thinking.
They need to like cannibalize each other.
That's what like those like within those 3 teams, something like they gotta play. One of them has to play each other.
Yeah. If I'm Colorado,
Just keep winning.
keep playing our brand
Just
of
keep
football. Dion knows what's going on. He got figured out kind of.
Yeah.
Defense looks much improved from last year.
Yeah.
O-line looks better. And Travis Hunter barely even played. He had a very quiet game.
Well, he only played a half.
Exactly.
He
barely
came
played.
back. He came back too quick from that shoulder injury.
Yeah, his Heisman campaign's over. It sucks because not his fault he got hurt, but
Assassin.
you know who else Heisman campaign's over? Jalen Milroe. It's over.
I think that's been over.
It's over. I don't know what that's like. Kalen DeBoer is like, oh, he's a winner. He was so good at Washington. All this stuff. And what's Bama's record now? They 4-2. I believe they're 4-2.
Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer in his last 7 games is 4-3. Does that scream a winner?
Nope.
Especially when your wins are against like Georgia's great win, Western Kentucky, like all these. You're losing to Vanderbilt. You're losing to Tennessee. You lose to Michigan. And these are the biggest games of the year. He loses all the time. Like he was like, if you're Alabama, you have the gold standard. Last time they hired a coach, they hired Nick Saban,
Yeah.
who only wasn't coaching in college because he went to the NFL. Nick Saban was a national champion when at LSU. High pedigree. They bring in this guy. The last time they saw him coaching, got owned by Harbaugh and the boys, the Michigan men. You would know all about that.
Hell yeah.
They bring him in, and he's just not ready for SEC level competition.
Well, someone who just hasn't really proven himself yet. Like,
No.
yeah, like Washington had a great year, but I don't really remember them being elite the year before that.
Yeah.
Um,
Whoop-de-doo, the Pac-12.
and I don't know where he came from before Washington.
That he was
Was he office? I think he was an office coordinator somewhere.
Indiana, and they were good because he was New Penix from before.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was also D2 and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or maybe it was FCS. He was a great coach there. But I don't know, just the whole thing of like playing in the Pac-12, which isn't even a conference anymore, by the way. The conference that he dominated isn't a thing. Like, yeah, he beat Oregon twice last year with Bo Nix. Bo Nix never been a real winner when it comes down to it.
Chill.
I like Bo Nix, but realistically, that's the truth.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're losing the Vanderbilt. One's forgivable. You got to get it back against Tennessee. Huge rivalry. Nick Saban, I believe, said it's the biggest rivalry for him, which
Yeah.
is crazy because you know how them and Auburn get. But yeah, no, you hear Saban saying this game matters a lot. The cigars,
Yeah, he said
especially with last time you lost to Tennessee in Tennessee. Last time the game was played in Tennessee, you lose,
Yeah.
and your quarterback Milroe, terrible, just terrible.
He was bad.
Horrific. Game-ending interception. After last year, I remember every game you yell "Roll Tide" after he beats Auburn. He's screaming Heisman. No, you're never gonna win a Heisman. You're not good enough. You lose these games unforgivably. Just this. I hate Bama so much.
I see.
I'm told how good they are. Oh my god, Nick Saban's the greatest coach ever. You guys think you're gonna be so good without him? You got this guy Kalen. Like really? Yeah, let's bring on. I don't know. Like Ryan Williams is great. You want
Yeah.
to throw a 17-year-old guy the ball 20 times a game? Think that's going to be the top 15 ranked Tennessee team?
Nah,
It's not.
I don't think that's gonna do it.
Yeah, you shut him out in the first half. Where'd your
Six-
vaunted defense go?
6'2", 170 Ryan Williams at that too.
Yeah, it's just it's so good to see them fail. Because the way they talk, oh, we're Alabama, we're still roll tide roll. You guys are losers.
Yo, who do you think? You think I hate the Cowboys more than you hate Bama?
Yeah. Because I think it's more for fun. Not more for fun. Because I love and respect Nick Saban.
Right.
It's just now the way they talk and this year, like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we're going to keep being good. It's like almost discrediting the Saban. Like, you think this shit's easy? You think it's easy to do what Nick Saban did? You think anyone from some bum from Washington can
Nah.
step in and be Nick Saban?
Oh, Nick Saban was a good coach. I mean, like, he said that he's learned at every job he's been at, but even at Michigan State, like, they weren't bad.
No.
I mean, his last year, I think they might have won 500, but then Kent State, they were pretty decent. Michigan State, they were decent. Then he started being elite at LSU.
Yeah, he won a national
Won a
championship.
natty.
Yes.
Went to NFL. Wasn't good there, but college coach.
Yeah, he's a
his
college
type
coach.
of coaching, his type of coaching style doesn't translate to NFL. Comes back, Bama goes mediocre his first year or something like that.
They were mediocre 1 year,
And then
it was like belt ass.
yeah, because exactly
like
BTA
15
for the next 20 years.
Exactly.
And then even at that, when they went mediocre, that was I feel like this was like, I think after the Tennessee game, I saw like it was like their first back-to-back SEC losses or something like that.
Yeah.
Some stat like that since Nick Saban's first year
It's just
at Bama.
and another thing we have to remember, people, well, Saban struggled in his first year.
Well, who the hell was he playing with?
And that's what I'm saying. Who's he taking over with?
Because think about where
You
Alabama.
think Nick Saban left him some shit roster? He didn't.
No,
He didn't.
no,
That O-line can play.
no, because that
Brand.
that brand is established now. People are gonna go there just for the brand.
Yep.
And before that, like think about hold on. You about to make me throw some credit towards Nick Saban real quick because I'm
Deservedly
just
so.
sitting here and thinking about it. Who the hell wants to go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama for college? How are you gonna recruit kids from California,
Florida.
to go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama,
Yeah,
where
you-
the only thing there is Bryant-Denny Stadium?
Yeah, you got USC calling you. Like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, come play in beautiful Southern California palm trees. Oh, come play in Miami for the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Beautiful area.
Come play in Gainesville where our program is already established. We already have a brand
Yeah,
there.
Ohio State,
Yeah,
Michigan, all these
you're gonna be
things.
competing like Nick Saban was competing with these guys and got these guys like Julio Jones there.
Yeah. Mark Ingram, get this thing started early.
And then turned it around and made it a brand. Like, credit to Nick Saban and Kalen DeBoer. It's not looking great for you, buddy.
No, it's so hilarious. The state of Tennessee is 2-0 against you.
Yeah, and not only that, like Tennessee didn't play like Bama should have won this game by 2 scores.
Handily.
Like
Tennessee did not look great.
If this is a Nick Saban coach Bama team, they're blowing out Tennessee.
Cigars are being sparked in this first quarter.
Buddy had trouble with lighting the cigar, by the way, too. You see the kid?
He
was struggling a lot, like the cigar. But yeah, Tennessee didn't play great. Nico did not look good. For someone who's usually super accurate, he had 15 incompletions or 13 incompletions, something like that, and he had a pick. Like, this was a very sloppy game, especially for the first half.
Definitely.
Very sloppy game, and the better quarterback and the better team won. And that's usually what happens when you get a sloppy game like that. Usually the team with the better quarterback ends up winning the game.
Yeah, I've been told, like, Himro, Milgoat, all these things about Jalen Milrow. It's like, okay, then why are you down 7 throwing game-ending interceptions?
Yeah.
And you could see it in his eyes. You could see it in his eyes before he took the field the last drive. Malachi Moore comes over to hype him up.
Yeah.
And he looks visibly rattled. Dude, I'm like, not even being mean. He did. Like, it's a big moment. Tennessee's rocking. And, yeah, they need more outside of Ryan Williams. He's getting the ball 20 targets. You need your other guys. You need Bernard to step up, Kobe Prentice, these guys. And they weren't getting a lot from anyone. And, yeah, just a great win for Tennessee. Josh Heupel is the second one against Alabama. Always a good thing to have your head coach of Tennessee.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they're looking good. You know, they suffer a bad loss to Arkansas, but so we've seen it. It takes a truly elite team to beat Arkansas. We can get into that later. But yeah, no, great Saturday.
It takes a truly elite team.
Truly elite team to beat Only
Arkansas.
the best can beat.
By the way, you guys are like this helps you guys out. This past weekend helps you guys out a lot.
As an LSU Tiger fan, I'm through the roof. Great weekend.
This helps you out. This helps you guys out a lot. How about us?
Us bus.
Let's getting going a little bit.
Yeah, Caden Durham.
Finding his groove.
Toting the rock.
Come on now.
CJ Daniels, Liberty transfer, stepping up a little bit.
Watch out for them Tigers.
Yeah, you know, it was a sloppy game on offense, but the LSU defense found it.
Yeah.
I don't know where it was last year. I don't know where it was like week 1, especially this year, or even against South Carolina. Past few weeks, LSU's been playing some great defense. Unbelievable defense, even. I want to get into it. Like, yeah, Arkansas is not a world beater by any means, but yeah, you see they beat Tennessee. So, yeah, I'm very happy.
Yeah, I feel like just the SEC has just got so much more competitive this year.
I think they're going to let a 3-loss team in.
Yeah. And it's going to be an uproar.
It's going to be Alabama, too. It is. Alabama's going to like.
Yo, what if Alabama gets into over a 2-loss LSU team?
I'd riot. I'd be like, what's the point of playing the game?
Yeah.
I think if there's a 2-loss LSU and a 3-loss Bama, they both get in.
I think they both get in.
I think they would both get in, like 9-10, something like that.
All right.
Sneak in. Because you're going to get, like, what? You're going to get Ohio State, Oregon, and probably Penn State from the Big Ten?
Yeah.
Because Indiana's quarterback's out. I don't think they get in anymore. I think that's going to slow them down a bunch.
Indiana?
Yeah.
Why? Why you say that?
Oh, the quarterback's out for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, good right now. They're undefeated. From the Big 10 or Big 12, you're going to get probably just the conference winner.
I think you're going to have to. Yeah, you're going to have to.
And then from the ACC, you might get Clemson and Miami. Does that make sense?
Dude, yeah, Clemson's kind of coming. Dude, I think Cade kind of turned it around.
Cade Klubnik's playing the best football of his career.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What, getting who's been beasting?
Of course, man. It's been a little
Hit
minute.
that button. Who's been beasting? All right. You want to lead us off? You got a guy?
Yeah, I got a guy. Who's been beasting? You know, it's been a minute.
Yes.
It's been a while, so I feel
It's been a while.
Come on now. I figure I start out with a little bang, a little surprise. You know, I'm not just gonna go one guy. I'm gonna go a whole unit.
Yep.
The New York Football Giants defense.
Okay.
All right, these guys got ripped, mainly by me.
Yep.
For the first 2 weeks of the season, because we weren't producing, we weren't getting home. You know, we signed Brian Burns, signed to a big contract. We got Dexter Lawrence, we got Kayvon Thibodeau, we got all these edge rushers, or we're not getting home. What is the deal? You know, Shane Bowen, defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
What kind of scheme are you doing, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
You're not fitting us. What they do, Harry, they turn it around. Starting in week 3. They start stacking up sacks and sacks and sacks. Against the Browns, they got after it. 7 sacks in that game. didn't just stop there. They kept going.
More.
Going.
More.
And more.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence,
Sexy Dexy.
defensive
Get down
tackle.
with it.
Oh my God, he's leading. I think he's either leading the league or second in sacks right now.
Thibodeau out?
Thibodeau's out. Doesn't matter.
Ojulari in, get
Come
him in.
on now. We just got guys, and we're getting home. Too bad our offense sucks because of our offense.
Forget about them. We're not talking about them.
I shouldn't even get started.
Don't
I'm
even
not
start
even
them.
get
Don't
started.
start.
The defense elite.
Brian
Oh my God.
Burns.
Dog. Like he just.
Micah McFadden.
Dog. Come on now.
Drew Phillips.
Dog.
Here we
I
go.
love me some Drew Phillips, man. I love this team. We just got to get some corners on the outside, and once we get some corners, this defense might just be.
Caliber.
Come on now.
Just caliber.
Come
That's all
on
the
now.
word you need to use.
Come on now, but I just get so hyped up talking about my G-man.
You know what? They earned it. They earned it. You know, especially the pass rush.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we got home against Philly last week. Like, on Sunday we were just getting home.
The run game was lacking a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit of run lacking.
Yes, but I mean that gets that defense line. You're not gonna be able to run the ball.
Yeah.
It's so hard. But
Passing though, couldn't do. Jalen Hurts had 114 passing yards. I mean, when you account for sack yards, he probably had like 40 yards total.
that's what
Getting
I'm saying.
after.
Like, in an elite defense gets overshadowed by horrible offense because of how often they have to be on the field. Imagine the Giants' defense was on the field for like less than half their snaps that they actually played.
Yeah.
Like,
If this is like a normal like offense they were playing,
Yeah.
it'd be unbelievable.
exactly.
All right. My first who's been beasting.
Yeah.
Go right back to where I was just talking about LSU.
Mm.
I think one man changed their defense. Harold Perkins, one of my favorite players. Here's ACL, very sad. Bummed by that. Get well soon, Harold. They put in Whit Weeks.
Oh snap!
A crazy white guy who plays middle linebacker.
Scary looking dude.
Scary looking dude. Just comes in, and there's just been a heat-seeking missile for this defense. The Honky Badger. He's been playing unbelievable. This guy, he's got his brother on the team with him.
Yeah.
He's going around. He's like 10 tackles a game, solo tackles, and he just plays with some grit that the LSU defense hasn't seen in quite some time. Just like making plays with interceptions, deflections, forcing fumbles. Like Jackson Dart, oh, Mr. Pretty Boy, I look at me post-game looking all moody. Why didn't you look all moody like that? He got punked by Whit Weeks. They're going targeting. No, I don't think so. Review that. He's staying on the field. He's going to beat you. LSU defense, since that South Carolina game, has been playing on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas, they coming to town. Meet Mr. Weeks. Meet him. And don't meet him in the hole because it ain't going to end well for you. That's my number one.
Yeah, he's
Gets me fired
You
up.
know, he kind of might sound crazy. Like I remember watching the Ole Miss game. It's like, man, this guy at 4-0 kind of looks like Luke Kuechly a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of playing like Luke Kuechly.
I don't know if he's got it in between the ears,
Yeah.
but he definitely plays like him.
Yeah.
And that's not me calling him an idiot. Like,
That is.
Luke Kuechly's like probably the smartest linebacker ever.
That's fair. It just sounds.
It sounds bad, but it's
it
like
sounded bad.
that's like calling me an idiot because I'm not as smart as Einstein. You know? Like it's like that's tough. Luke Kuechly is a genius.
Yeah, but the way he flies around the field.
He does. He knows where he has to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's a dog. You know who else is a dog?
Who's a dog?
Bryson Daly.
Yeah.
Who's that, you ask?
Ooh.
Quarterback for Army.
Go Navy, but continue.
Army football. 7-0 right now.
Yep.
This guy has 629 yards passing, 7 touchdowns on the year. I mean, they actually throw the ball at Army.
They do.
They do throw the ball. I mean, there's a reason why they're 7-0 right now. This Army team's playing elite at a high level, and Bryson Daly's been playing his lights out. I think he had like a really long touchdown run last game. He has 909 yards carrying like on the team. Or the team has 909 yards rushing. This Army team is something to mess with. It's gonna set up a real highly anticipated and a great matchup for Army Navy game.
Yeah. These guys are on a collision course.
Yeah,
Both ranked for like the first time in years.
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna be
great for
great.
the country. A little American camaraderie. It's just two great teams.
Yeah, and they're
Represent the red, white, and the blue.
in the games actually being played this year. I think in DC
Yeah.
at the
Awesome.
Redskins Stadium.
Yeah. Thoughts on number 2?
Yeah. That's my number 2.
All right,
Bryson
I love
Daly,
it,
man.
Love it.
Keep your eyes out for him.
More of a Navy guy, go Navy, but he's definitely been playing unbelievable.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, no disagreements from me. My number 2, bigger name than Bryson Daly, I'd say a little bit.
Yeah.
Bengals start off very poor, 1-4,
Yeah.
and it started actually the last time they lost to Baltimore. But Jamar Chase
Ooh.
on the case, as Tony Romo once said awfully on a broadcast. Yeah, he's been playing unbelievable, leading the league in receiving yards right now, and just stepping up when they need him to. Like, yeah, like it's already basically the Bengals already in playoff mode.
Yeah.
They're feeding Uno. He's getting open, and if he's not, he's going over the top.
One of one.
Stepping over. See this Greg Newsome
AI
yesterday.
step over.
Ooh.
Fellow LSU Tiger too.
Yeah. No. No, not Greg Newsome. Not LSU.
He's not.
No. Grant Delpit is.
Oh, wrong grade.
Greg Newsome. Greg Newsome. I believe he's a UNC guy. Some days a corner. Good player, but he got by Uno. Got me fired up. Been doing that huge game against Baltimore. Yeah, I might be wrong.
I think he went to I don't know. But go ahead, continue.
Sorry, but yeah. Jamar Chase playing great football, always is. But it's nice to see him and Joe Burrow both healthy, playing their football. Northwestern. Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's why he's gonna step over like that.
Yeah.
Not a good football school.
No, stop it. He's a good player usually.
Yeah, he is.
But Jamar Chase, my number 2. We got Caleb.
All right, so to end it off.
Yep.
Who's been beasting? You know, there's a little team out in Provo, Utah.
Yep.
In the mountains. They've been playing some damn good football.
They have.
So, my last who's been beasting, to end it off, I'm going to go with Kalani Sitake,
Yeah.
the head coach of the BYU football Cougars. This guy, since he's gotten there, has changed his program around. They went 5-7 last year. Now they're undefeated.
Yep.
He got his guys playing at a high level right now. Darius Lassiter, their leading receiver, dog. Did you see the game-winning play he made on Friday night against Oklahoma State?
I did.
That's a pro move. That's a pro move right there. And then their quarterback, Jake Razloff, I don't know how to say that last name, but he's playing at a high level too.
I got something I'd like to say about that.
Yeah.
You got to be a great coach. You know this guy's a good coach. When he has BYU, the Mormon school, led by a Jewish quarterback.
Yeah.
It's a big story. It's not like a weird thing. It's BYU. That's what they're calling it. That's what he said to call it, so I could say that. But yeah, he's been playing unbelievable football. And it's just a fun little weird story down in Utah. Like BYU, Mormon school, led by the Jewish quarterback. Playing some kick-ass football.
Yeah.
And yeah, you got to give credit to their coach.
Yeah, and I mean,
100%.
coaches deserve credit. I give credit where credit is due. He has these guys playing at a high level for a chance for college football playoff appearance. Their first ever in program. It would be their first ever in program history, and they have a chance to win the Big 12. So credit Coach Sitake.
Yeah, I'm in. Love it. Good pick. Last one I'm going with, up in the Pacific Northwest. Ken Walker, Seahawks running back.
Okay.
Like every time I watch the Seahawks, Ken Walker's doing something cool.
Yeah.
I think he's got great balance. He's just a great running back, and I feel like he doesn't get as much love as other guys in the media.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just a player. I remember watching the Lions game, Seahawks Lions, and they lost, but it wasn't Ken Walker's fault. He's running all over the place. He's got a bald head now, and I remember him back at Michigan State. I'm sure you do too, playing against Michigan.
I don't want to talk
Played
about
some kick-ass football. He was great at Wake Forest too, but didn't really get the opportunity because of a loaded backfield. Transfers to state, gets an opportunity, balls out, ends up at Seattle. It has been an unbelievable running back. He missed a few weeks. Zach Charbonnet filled the void. But yeah, they look a lot better with him running back there, I think, at least. So yeah, that's where I'm going, my third and last guy.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker has been a dog since his Michigan State days, and when he ran all over my Michigan Wolverines in East Lansing. I still remember that day. I was so pissed off because we should have won that game. But Kenneth Walker has been a dog for a little minute now, and it's great to see him back healthy. He hasn't been healthy recently, and like you said, Zach Charbonnet held it down while he was out, but
he's back now.
Yeah, he's back now. It's great to see him healthy. So.
Just great cuts and moves, all of it.
Yeah.
Great play.
His contact balance is insane.
Exactly. It's Elvin Kamara-esque.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, we can move
Here we
on.
go. Last night, a WNBA champion was crowned. It was disappointing. It was boring. It was an awful game to watch. But shout out to New York Liberty, bringing home their first ever WNBA championship. And they're an original franchise, too, so it's been a long time coming in New York.
Yeah, first ever in 28 years.
Yeah. Which, relatively isn't a long time for, other sports.
Yeah.
You tell that to,
Oh.
No, you say that to, a Mets fan or whoever who hasn't won I don't know, other sports where, a Browns fan, we haven't won a Super Bowl in 28 years. A Browns fan, we haven't won anything ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a young league like this, it is a big accomplishment. But I thought, good drama with the game.
Such good drama.
And the WNBA is getting a little more popular. You see people actually slandering it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And not just because they're sexist or anything. They're making fun of these chicks because they didn't play good basketball. which helps the league get more validated.
Yeah, Sabrina Ionescu going 1 for 20. You know,
P.U.
as you texted me during the game here, or right after the game, 1 for 20 from the field, not good. And
It's
then bad
insane.
officiating bailed the Liberty out, and it's just not a great closeout game from your top two players. And you see like the amount of free throws.
There's disparities.
The free throws is insane.
Disgusting.
The Lynx were 7 to 8 from the free throw line. The Liberty were 21 of 25.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I think the ref said yesterday.
Yeah.
Give me liberty, or give me death. Because there's no way the Lynx were winning that game.
Yeah, and Cheryl Reeves, the head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, adamant, very adamant at her press conference, saying that the headlines will be Reeves calls foul, bring it on, because she said the shit was stolen from us. I mean, she's not wrong. Like the review.
It's still crazy to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, that is
a little more professional.
Yeah, a little ballsy for a coach to say, I would say.
Like, could you imagine, like, say, like, Belichick loses the Super Bowl, he's up there, it was stolen from us. We should have won this game. It's just nuts. It's like, and she was all like rubbing salt in the wound, like, oh wow, you won your first. That's sick. We were looking for our
fifth.
Shut up, lady. I'm with you.
She was so mad. She was so pissed. That's pure hatred right
Zero
there.
PR training.
Yeah, zero.
Really?
Well, do they deserve?
I don't know. It was just an awful game. It's like
I don't think they
60-6, like a 60 point. It's like that's like a smooth NBA half.
Yeah,
Did you
dude.
see
I
that
mean,
a lot?
27 at half. The Liberty had 27 at halftime. Like that's.
I'm not saying Sabrina Ionescu is Steph Curry, but I'm only going to use him as an example because they had the 3-point shootout with each other.
Right.
Could you imagine, say in 2016, the Warriors win Game 7,
Yeah.
but Curry shot 1 of 20? I think if I'm Curry at that point, I'd rather lose because every time you open any app, like it's just going to be slander. You got carried, you do nothing.
Fair.
Like obviously, like not really. Take your ring.
Yeah.
But like, it's nuts. 1 of 20. What are we talking about?
Yeah, dude. I saw a funny.
Stop shooting. It's like the Dion Waiters thing.
Yeah, I mean, but she's their best player. You can't tell.
She's not. Brianna Stewart's much better than her. She's the best player they have.
Debatable, but
No,
I
it's
mean,
not.
I saw a funny meme that was like, a star shooting 1 for 20 finals match reminds someone of like Jason Tatum or something like that. Like Jason Tatum slander out of nowhere.
I've said this to you a few weeks ago, where you were like, "Why are you defending Jason Tatum? This has nothing to do with him."
Yeah.
Because I said it was like, "Oh, because she shot like 2 of 20 like 2 weeks ago in another playoff game," and I was like, "Oh, imagine if Tatum did that." And you're like, "Hey, why'd you bring up Tatum? This has nothing to do with him."
Yeah. Nothing at all.
And then look at it always comes back. It's like I don't get where this shit comes from. I really don't. It's like, oh my god. Like, okay, let's go Game 5 for Game 5.
Yeah.
Let's compare Sabrina Ionescu's stats. I'm gonna pull them up right now. Let's go Ionescu versus Jason Tatum.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but Tatum Game 5
Yeah.
stats.
Yeah, she did not shoot the ball well, but they still won. They still managed to get it. She actually didn't even get Finals MVP.
Because she didn't deserve it.
Or Brianna Stewart didn't get.
Yeah, it was John Paul Jackson.
Yeah.
Was it John Paul Jones or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was able to get WNBA Finals MVP. I just think the free throw shots, the percentage is absurd to me. I don't know how you call it. Like it's obvious it was called one way.
Yeah.
It's so obvious it was called one way. And credit to Coach Reeves. Maybe they did get robbed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Compared to Jason Tatum, I got the stats now. In Game 5, the closeout of the NBA Finals, he scored 31 points on 8 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, 45%. Not elite efficiency,
Yeah.
but certainly not 5%. Oh, well, he had 11 assists. Probably turned over. Nope, 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers. I don't understand why Jason Tatum gets the amount of hate he gets. Yeah, is he playing a good team? Yeah. Is he the best player in the league? No, I'm not saying he is. But when he gets compared to a girl who went 1 of 20, I don't get it. And like, it's the most unfair slander I've ever seen on a player ever. They won the championship. So did Sabrina Ionescu. That's great. Well, let's not act like 31's the same as going 1 of 19. It's different. It's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
And like the one time I ever remember Tatum having a game of that caliber is Game 6 against Philly last year in Philadelphia. Celtics facing elimination. I believe he was 1 of 15 going in the last 5 minutes. saved his legacy, made 4 straight 3-pointers to win the game, and then the next game scores 50. Sabrina Enescu, I'm sorry, next time you're playing is the preseason. And she's a champion. Congrats. All credit to her. Great player. Had an awesome moment, I think it was game 3. But this is just unexcusable. It's so bad for the league. The league almost, like, it kind of gets diminished.
The league actually lost money this year. They didn't make money. They lost money.
I don't think they've ever.
No, they have.
Really?
Yeah, but they lost money this year, and I mean, it sucks because like I feel like Caitlin Clark, Juju Watkins, and Paige Beckers are gonna be the saviors.
Yeah, and you can also throw Angel Reese into that. Not to the basketball standpoint,
Yeah,
but just the fact so many people hate her,
yeah.
and nothing beats a good hate.
You need an
watch.
antagonist. You need a villain.
You do.
You need a
her to
villain.
be a villain. So yeah, like as you're saying, Juju Watkins, gross.
Yeah,
she's gonna be great.
She's gonna be a dog.
Caitlin Clark, obviously already the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
But you need like, I don't know if I'll tune in for a regular season game, but like
Right.
the fever play in the sky, like Clark.
That's
must watch TV
yeah.
for a lot of people. Like, I watched the LSU
I
Iowa.
think when Juju gets to the league, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off
Yeah.
like that, but when Juju gets to the league, I think I'll tune in because
Yeah, but she's also a shot chucker.
Yeah.
If you check some of her efficiencies,
She's a shot maker, bro.
it's good basketball sometimes, but the
Yeah.
bad's bad. But the good is dope. So I know it. Like I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, now WNBA, like cool. You get your game 5, which is the game 7 moment. Goes to overtime.
Yeah.
It's funny, like when you think about like the Cavs Warriors, they go to game 7 of the finals. I don't know. Was that the last one to go 7 in the finals?
Cavs Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it is. Awesome series. Like legendary moment. Obviously, you got LeBron going against the greatest team ever in the regular season, so it's much higher stakes. But like the moments in that game, like the block, the Kyrie shot, all of that. And in this, you have like a shitty foul called at the end of the game that gives the Liberty the chance to win. And LeBron James himself tweeting about it, like, I don't like that call.
Yeah.
You know you're really screwed up if LeBron's commenting about it.
Fair.
Well, LeBron doesn't want to hate on the game.
No.
He does. He wants to spread love, but
Yeah.
objectively is wrong. I think the Lynx got robbed, but like, hey, congrats to Liberty. Still had to win. Still got like, obviously the refs can help. The refs can only help you so much.
Yeah.
So they still got it done.
Is this a false title? Is this like an
Little
asterisk?
Mickey?
Yeah.
Little Mickey Mouse.
Little Mickey Mouse title. Little asterisk.
I think it'd be good for women's basketball if they start getting that type of stuff because it grows the game more like haters on Twitter, more people, more eyes on it.
Yeah.
And if like you're getting like all this lingo and stuff, I think
It's good news.
it is good news. All news, all press is good press.
Right.
But yeah, I think it was Mickey Mouse title though. What do you think?
I mean, I just like looking how Sabrina didn't play well. I don't think Brianna Stewart played
She
well.
did terrible.
And then, like, I feel like the Lynx just played better throughout the series. And then not only that, the foul shots. I mean, we didn't even look at the total fouls called either because we just looked at the foul shots.
Yeah.
The disparity in foul shots is absurd. I'm sure it was like that for the just regular team fouls, anyways.
Of course.
And then just the last call at the end of the game, like that's just unfortunate.
It's brutal.
And the Lynx star player,
Collier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She played way better than both the Liberty star players. So
Yeah, and she fouled out in overtime.
yep. Yeah.
So take that as you will. Yeah, I'm looking at Brianna Stewart in the finals. Just brutal. She scored 30 points in game 3. She can get her daps for that.
Yeah.
But like in games 4 and 5, like we're talking about 4 of 15, 5 of 21, 6 of 21, like
Ooh.
just brutal.
Ooh.
Like she had 13 points and 11 points the last 2 games of the series. And like just terrible basketball. Didn't make a 3 in either of the last 2 games. Just bad news. And she was the third best. By the way, she was finished third in MVP voting this year. So she's supposed to be like
A dog. Yeah.
exactly. And she was the MVP last year. So that's why I said I have her above Enescu
Fair.
because I knew she's like I remember her at UConn.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Very good. But yeah, WNBA season comes to an end. Good season. Caitlin Clark getting out there getting her buckets.
Yeah.
Congrats to Liberty again. But moving on. What we got next on the agenda today? Lions Vikings.
Switching back to football.
Well,
Switching
back-
back to NFL.
Yeah. Clean
Little-
the palate a little bit.
Yeah, a little showdown in the NFC North. Detroit Lions traveling to Minnesota, US Bank Stadium.
Yep.
Tough game, exciting game,
Great game.
neck and neck game. I think this game was just a preview to how the season's gonna go in the NFC North.
The Lions were able to edge the Vikings 31-29 thanks to a last-second field goal by by the Lions kicker. Yeah, I feel like Detroit played extremely well. Jared Goff, like you said, 20, 22-25, for 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. Amon-Ra had his best game of the season. Gibbs had his best game of the season. Montgomery had a slow game, but he did miss part of the game with a knee injury. And the Vikings, don't get it twisted, folks. The Vikings didn't play well. The Vikings didn't play horribly. Um, on their side of things, like Sam Darnold still had a good game, had an efficient game. They forced a turnover on Sam Darnold thanks to Brian Branch of the Detroit Lions. But I think the Lions just showed that they're the better team, and that's why they won. We talked about Brian Flores. Brian Flores and his defense been getting so much credit throughout the year, and as deservingly so. But the Lions exposed them. Not necessarily exposed them, but the Lions handed it to them. They gave him a good whooping, I thought. And Jared Goff, man, I mean,
Yeah, been balling.
he's been balling recently.
Yeah, I thought the Lions look really good. Life without Hutchinson right now,
Rough.
so that's a big loss. But yeah, for them to get a huge win against an undefeated opponent
On the road.
on the road in U.S. Bank Stadium. Yeah, Jared Goff, another. I mean, I want to say one of his better games, but he's been doing this now past few weeks.
Yeah, he's been putting together. I feel like ever since the Bucks game,
Yeah,
ever since the first 3 weeks of the season, I feel like he's been putting together consistently good performances.
100%.
And credit to him. I mean, he's proven it that he can do it. And I think this should show that the NFC North is probably the best division of football. And
Yeah.
all teams, they're combined 17-5.
That's gross.
That's insane. And
This division's gonna be so hard to win, and it's making my playoff prediction look even better because the Packers, they handed it to the Texans yesterday too. The Packers defense got after C.J. Stroud. And
They won on a game-winning field goals when they handed it to him.
Well, they made Stroud look horrible, dude.
I thought loved it looked great.
Stroud looked horrible. I mean, they made both. I mean, Texans have a good defense too. Like both defenses, I thought
Yeah,
made
that was a
quarter
good
made
defensive back.
exactly. And then so I think this just shows that the NFC North is the best division in football, and they could put 3 teams in the playoffs. And I think the Packers could be that third team, but that's neither here or there. That's a conversation for another day. But what are your thoughts on the game here?
Yeah, Jared Goff good. Greg Gibbs good. St. Brown good. Brian Branch great. No, he gets good because all those other guys are great too. So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna put him that much above. But yeah,
No glaze.
all the good players in the Lions, like all their best players, stepped up.
Yeah,
That's why they won. Jameson Williams, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, had a slow day. But,
yeah. No, he did have a slow day. He only had 1 target and 1 catch for -4 yards.
That's all right when St. Brown's playing. Yeah, as you said, best game of the year. Gibbs stepping up, Goff. Everyone, I thought, they rose to the occasion. They were down early, took a big lead, let Minnesota back in it. But Goff and Gibbs and St. Brown, 3 of those are who I remember big money on the last drive of the game. They're getting
Yep.
more from like Raymond and Tim Patrick and these guys. And yeah, like they battle through a little adversity. Like they get Montgomery gets stripped, Ivan Pace picks it up, and they just got a defensive touchdown. I believe take the lead late in the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, in Detroit, they get stopped, they punt it back. Minnesota, all they need is 1 first down to win the game. Lions stand up, stop them, get the ball, go down, get to the rookie kicker, Jake Bates. Game winner. Just money by Dan Campbell's team. We're getting kind of used to that now. Him and Ben Johnson, great duo. Always
Best
good.
offensive play caller in football right now.
Definitely, he's been playing. At least past 2 years.
Yeah,
He's been great.
for sure.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, I thought he looked okay. I think a lot of it's like Jefferson is unbelievable. And like for some reason they were saying that Scott Hansen, he just owns the Lions. Another big game. I don't know if he cracked 100, but I know he got his touchdown. And it's just like the degree of difficulty on a lot of his catches.
He's just insane.
He is just insane. Obviously from LSU, so it makes sense, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, no, it was a great game. Fun to watch.
LSU receiver, Kentucky guard.
Yep. That's
Same
the
thing.
idea.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun game to watch. I feel like had you on your toes every quarter throughout the game. I was flipping through this one as I was watching my Giants get their butts whooped. But yeah, I feel like the Lions proved to me that they should be the Super Bowl favorites in this game.
Okay.
And not, I know I just said in this game, but like just looking at their whole body of work.
Yeah, as a complete team. Like,
Yes.
Like I know you hate the Cowboys, but it's a nice stretch of beating Seattle, whooping the Cowboys. It's a very good 3-game win streak.
And that's what I'm saying. And yes, they lost to the Bucks, but that's respectable.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
That's pretty much respectable.
That was like a tune-up, like a wake-up call.
Yeah, exactly.
Set the alarm.
Yeah, and I mean,
just watching some of the videos of them in the locker room after the game, like this is such a team. Like each one of these guys love each other. They love their coach. Dan Campbell has put together a great staff. Like these guys play as a unit. They coach as a unit, and I feel like that just makes everyone else just play. That just makes everybody on the team play much better than their talent. If you get what I'm saying.
And I really like how they were on Hard Knocks a few years ago. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was Dan Campbell's first year, second year, when he was pretty early there. I went Hard Knocks. You kind of like get to know what the team's all about and stuff. And I think that makes it cool watching them become one of the better teams in the NFL too. Like they're so much more likable because you know like what goes into the team.
Yeah.
And knowing the history of the Lions, always been perennial losers, and you get this new group of people, coaches, players, and like the whole city gets behind them.
Yeah, they definitely established a culture in Detroit.
Detroit deserves to have good sports teams. They haven't had them at all recently.
Yeah.
Because their fans, like, you ask, like, the Red Wings when they were great at hockey, like, it was called Hockey Town. Like, they go nuts for them.
Yeah, it's a good fan base. You just
Great
haven't
fan
had
base.
anything
You
to
need
treat.
give them something to smile about.
Like, think about the early Piston teams in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course.
in the 80s with Isaiah Thomas and, like,
The Worm.
yeah, like,
The Worm. And beer.
and Rodman. Like,
Yeah.
there's good fan bases. And you know what's kind of, now I'm saying that. Detroit teams is all gritty. They're all just gritty teams
Yeah.
and physical teams. And
That 04 Pistons team, they didn't name. But they do.
that they do have a name.
But they were a gritty
Yeah,
team.
Ben Wallace and Chauncey Billups and
Rasheed Wallace.
yeah.
Torian Prince.
Yeah.
Rip Hamilton.
yeah.
I was going to say the We Believe, but that's the We Believe Warriors.
No, yeah. That's the Warriors.
Look it up.
But yeah, I mean this Detroit football team, I'm really high on them. I think they should be Super Bowl favorites. I don't think that's crazy to say. I think they should be definitely NFC favorites. Because I mean, looking at the NFC, you know, outside of the division, I don't really see a team that could really give them problems. I think they can out physical Philly. We saw what they did Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas not even gonna make the playoffs, so I don't even know why I mentioned them. But thinking about Seattle, I feel like they can manhandle Seattle. I think they can manhandle any team in the NFC
Yeah,
South.
they gave it to Seattle Monday night a few weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
They just played wicked sound offensive football. They gave up a lot of points, but their offense couldn't be touched.
Yeah, I really don't see a team that's really messing with them right now at the same level. Because San Francisco is not what it has been in the past few years. Philly's not.
I think the Packers give them a lot of problems.
I said, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. But like outside of their division, I
Yeah,
don't really
that's what I'm
see-
thinking. Like, that's the only team that can come to mind outside the division.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. So
Definitely agree.
I think the Lions could very much well be in the Super Bowl in New Orleans, playing down in New Orleans
That'd be fun.
in February. That would be fun.
You know who won a Super Bowl as a player in New Orleans?
Who?
Dan Campbell.
Did he actually?
I'm almost positive.
What team was he on?
The Saints. I don't know if it was in.
Oh, are you saying he won?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was
yeah,
on
yeah.
the Saints.
All right. Yeah. That sounds about right. Who's he? Tight end?
Yeah. Yeah, Super Bowl champion. He was 1 year in New Orleans. That's something.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Little tie-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good at Titans. Everything connects, Harry. Everything connects.
Always works out that way, doesn't it? Oh, imagine we were
Connects.
talking about the Lakers now. We could talk about Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
Going off. Sorry, I know.
Dude, he's gonna be a dog, bro.
He already
I
is.
can't wait. I can't wait for opening night, bro. I can't wait for opening night.
Gonna be a dog. Speaking of the dogs, last segment, the dog pound of Cleveland,
Bro,
the Browns.
can we just get appreciation for that? Like that was unintentional, guys. Like that, we did
Yeah.
not mean to do
Whoa. Yeah, Cleveland locked the massage parlor. Someone's injured. They're coming. He's coming. The Mangler.
that. Oh, he's coming.
Deshaun Watson. It's over. Like,
If you do not believe in karma, you gotta believe in karma now. Like, there's no way you don't believe in karma.
yeah,
Like,
Bro.
karma is a real thing.
it is.
You go from being one of the elite quarterbacks in the league
Top five.
to having a whole bunch of how many was it? Like 20 plus lawsuits come out
All
about you being sexually harassing people. Then on top of that, you get paid the highest paid contract at the time.
guaranteed.
All 230 guaranteed, I think. Then you play first of all, you miss a whole year because he was suspended for a whole
Yeah.
year.
Apparently, you can't do that type of thing.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
Because else has no way.
Cannot
Jose.
cannot touch people against their will. So you get suspended. Then when you come back, play like poop. Then you get hurt.
Come back.
Come back again.
Play like poop.
Play like
dog poop.
But like, yeah, there you go. Go dogs.
They like dog poop. And tear your what? ACL? Was
Achilles.
it Achilles? And now you're out for the year.
Sentence.
Now you're out
Old
for the
man
year.
Rodgers
And your
holding
whole
around.
fan base is cheering as you just tore your Achilles. The fan base is literally cheering for him. Not cheering for him. Cheering that he got hurt.
And then Myles Garrett post game with an all-time quote. He gets up there. He goes, "I don't know why they're booing. You know, he's been a great guy in college. He was a great pro most of the time. I feel like the most of the time is a crazy thing to say.
That is a crazy thing to say.
Jameis Winston, like I think America loves Jameis Winston. This country, like, right? You love Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Everyone, like, my dad will text me. He says, "Jameis playing?" I'm like, "Dad, no, Jameis isn't playing." He goes, "I hope he is." I'm like, "He will, hopefully." I don't know if he'll start him at DTI. But it's like your third string quarterback's the most likable guy ever. Like, I'm doing this whole eat the W thing.
Yeah.
And then you have the most hated man quarterback in America starting. Just weird how it works out like that, you know?
It's bad. I mean, I won't.
And they suck.
Yeah.
It's one thing, like, devastating, like, bad man, like, on a, like, this sounds weird. Like, imagine Mahomes doing this bad. Not that he ever would.
Yeah.
Like, if he goes down, like, oh, man, he was a bad guy, but, like, Chiefs are screwed. It doesn't matter.
No.
Browns suck.
Yeah.
Browns blow. They're probably going to win way more games. Look when Joe Flacco hobbled into town, started slinging that pill, winning all these games. Njoku looks great. Amari Cooper's probably, you got to be effing kidding me. I just got out of here, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
But he is a joke. So it could be not that bad. It's not the end of the world there.
I was going to say, he just scored, too.
But I look out for Jerry Jeudy. I bet he's going to start getting a lot more involved. Just because now we got, like, I don't know, Jameis gets in. He doesn't care who he's
they're going to be throwing the right. Yeah.
I'm going to throw that
The ball will be in the air. But yeah, I mean, just an unfortunate situation for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, brutal.
Just brutal for
Brutal.
everyone involved, honestly. Because if you're the Browns, I mean, like you're screwed.
Poor.
You're literally screwed. I mean, you're the idiots that gave this man a whole bunch of money after doing what he did, and he had this. No, first of all, the fact I get who you were trading for. All right, you were trading for a top 5 quarterback, okay? But you weren't just like you had to know that he was gonna get suspended and have to sit out for almost a year.
Yeah. It's,
Like-
it's crazy to look back at that era. Like, this is the whole time, like, Lamar Jackson, when the
Dude, it was
Ravens put
about-
him on the non-exclusive franchise tag,
Yeah,
where basically any team could offer him a contract, and the Ravens had the choice to either match it or take 2 first-round picks, and it looked like they weren't going to try to match it.
no,
So, like, all these teams, like, I remember the Falcons, like, oh, yeah, take your Desmond Ritter. You'll enjoy that a lot more than Lamar Jackson. And even the Browns, they waited here. Instead of having, like, Roper Cleveland, they could have had Lamar Jackson. It's just unbelievable. At the fall
instead of who?
Roper Cleveland. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, yeah, it's just
And next thing you know, the team in the division's rubbing their hands together. The Bengals, they got a little steam going. But continue. I'm sorry.
I mean, they're rubbing their hands together, getting ready to go, and getting ready
who's
to
back.
getting ready to take off, and everyone in the division's getting ready to take off, and we were expecting the AFC North to be one of the best divisions in football, and it's not looking that way. 'Cause
They got one real sore eye.
Yeah.
They got one black eye on that thing.
They just got one real itch that just won't go away.
Yeah, it's a bad one.
It's a bad itch.
Let's hope Jameis got the remedy.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how much Jameis can be the savior for this team. This is just a bad football team. They're just gonna have to do a whole new rebuild, and they're just gonna be set back like another 2 to 3 years. Not only because they don't have receivers, quarterback, line. Not only because of that, because they don't have the money. They're not gonna have the money to bring in anybody in. And who's gonna take that job? Like you can't fire Stefanski because who's gonna take the job? No one's gonna want to come in.
No. No one at all.
Who's taking?
It's gonna
that
be
job?
like a poor thing again, like when poor David Culley got hired by the Texans a few years ago, and they fired him after 1 year.
Yeah.
Like where it's just gonna be some guy who wants a chance, but never gets really a fair shake.
You're just gonna have to hit on all your draft picks and just hope
You
that you
need
figure out the cap before their 5 years run out.
Yeah, my only hope is that Jameis or DTR, whoever goes in, makes it fun again.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
You know what? It's like say he's moping around, he's throwing incomplete passes. Jameis Winston, he isn't throwing incomplete passes. He's either getting a touchdown, or it's completion, or it's an interception. The ball doesn't hit the ground when he's
Yeah.
on offense. It's like 7 seconds or less Suns, you know, like
It's exciting for us.
it's
football
so
fans.
exciting. Like I'd rather see Cleveland lose 48-10 than like win 10-3.
Fair.
Playing the right way on defense and offense, and like Nick Chubb's back, so like You can lean on him a little bit.
Yeah, and then even more chaos. Myles Garrett, a report from Bleacher Report came out today. Myles Garrett is interested in a trade. It's just the Browns are just unwilling to move him. So
Yeah, that could reset your like draft capital.
that could get them out of a lot of stuff.
Myles Garrett,
'Cause,
fantastic player.
You don't want to get rid of him, but you got your hands tied.
You
can't-
do.
You got to set up for the future right now.
You got to take your outs while you can.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you got to set up for the future right now, and you got to get out of that. And honestly, you trading for 2 firsts and a player, like
Ooh, baby.
now you're
A little bit of capital.
Now you got capital.
A little bit of capital.
Come on now, but yeah, it's just dysfunction in Cleveland.
Color me shocked.
Yeah, honestly, I mean,
They're in that same boat with the Jets. Credit to the Lions. The Lions look like they got out of it.
Yeah,
Lions beat poverty, beat the accusations. The Jets, PU. The Browns, PU. Those guys suck.
Giants.
Losers. The Jaguars, get back in that hole. They're poverty too. You know, they had Saxonville. That was years ago now.
Yeah,
Still, Jacksonville, here comes the hope. Oh, Trevor Lawrence. They suck too.
yeah.
Yeah, they beat the Patriots. Whoopee. Maybe the Patriots are heading that way. Drake May won't let me there. Drake May won't let me. We gotta figure it out.
Hey, at least you got a quarterback.
I was gonna say
I would kill to have a quarterback.
we're
Right now.
playing. The Patriots are doing what I want James Winston to do. Like, we're losing for sure, definitely, getting their asses kicked. But 1-2 drives a game, I see it, and I'm like, yep, we're gonna be all right.
I don't see shit.
No,
I don't see shit.
definitely not. All right, you want to call it there?
Yeah. Before I get in my little, before I go on a
Ooh.
rant.
That was weird. I don't know if you see that thing, but there's a thumbs up button.
Yeah. Before I go on my little rant, we can end it there. Little fireworks. Wow.
What's going on?
I have no clue, but
Fireworks down the show. Great.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Continue.
No,
Yeah.
we can end it right there. Fireworks on the show. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Be sure to be on the lookout for more stuff coming you guys' way. Me and Harry always appreciates the love and support that you guys show us. And yeah, man. Hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see y'all next time.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you.